So, Doctor, it's like this. It's rather embarrassing, really. I think I've been suffering from a little bit of post-traumatic stress, after saving the galaxy, like I do often, and well, don't like to talk about it, but I think, that's what the issue is. Feeling rather restless, and is there anything you can give me? A couple of tablets, or something? Right. Oh, okay. So you're giving me a what? A medical kid drone to monitor my stress levels? Oh, and what will it do precisely? Follow me all over the ship and monitor my stress levels, you say? Oh, that sounds like a good idea. And what, is anything else I should know? It gives off an alarm. And what happens when it gives off the alarm? I should do the Klingon mock barra what? The Klingon mock barra or barra, is it? Well, I've got to do that. What is that? It's what? It's an exercise. It's a Klingon exercise. And that's meant to steady my nerves. Right. Okay, Doctor. Well, thank you, I think. Right, make my way back to the bridge. Yes, well, thank you very much for all your help. Well, back to the bridge with my medical kid drone. And greetings, everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews, and happy Star Trek Online 11th anniversary. Yes, and this ship, as you can see, is the Intrepid long-range science vessel T5-U, which is based roughly on the Voyager, from Star Trek Voyager. Now, I picked this ship up as one of the free T5 ship giveaways leading up to the anniversary, and I have to say I've been trying to get my hands on this ship for some time, actually, because it was my intention to try and own all the Star Trek ships that have been on shows, and this was one of the last ones that I needed to acquire, so I'm very pleased that I've managed to pick it up. Now, it is on my engineering character, so I'm probably not doing this justice, because really it should have been on a science character, but I will give it to my science character and see what she can do with it once I get it all built. But for now, I've just put it with my engineering toon. So as you can see, I think she's really, really nice looking. Very sleek, very similar to Voyager, if not the same. The only thing that spoils it, I think, is my add-ons here, which I've put on. But apart from that, you know, she's perfect in every way, isn't she? I quite like her. And don't be frightened by a T5-U, because now you can get upgrade it to an X, so you could have a T5-UX. And although it won't have the firepower of a tactical ship, it certainly packs a punch in the old science department, I can tell you that now. So very quickly, let's have a look at the build, the stats, and the bridge officer seatings, shall we? Right, so here is the build. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail regarding this build, because over the last few months, I'm sure you'll become familiar with what I throw together on my ships. But if you do have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. So this build is 3 weapons to the front and 3 weapons to the rear, and this consists of 3 Spiderwave dual beam banks on the front. I've got the House of Martok Disruptor 360-degree energy weapon to the rear, and that's part of a 2-piece set with the Engineering House Martok defensive configuration. I nearly slipped up then. In fact, I better just have a drink of water, make sure I don't get tongue-tied. That's better. Right, so this gives us part 2-piece set, 2.5 critical chance and plus 15 accuracy rating. So that's quite cool, isn't it? Moving on, I've got a Spiral Wave Disruptor Beam Array and the Terran Task Force Disruptor Beam Array. Now that's also part of a set, but I'm only running the Disruptor Beam Array on this build. But as you can see, I get plus 2% bonus all damage. Quite a good piece of kit this. So if you are running a disruptor build, yeah, I'd always include this. Deflector, Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector. Again, the deteriorating secondary deflector, and that comes from your colony fleet, or fleet colony even. Impulse engine, prevailing innovated impulse engines, I nearly got that wrong. The warp core is the Discovery mycelial harmonic matter antimatter core, and the shield is the Tilly shield, again from the Discovery reputations tab. I'll skirt over these very quickly. Engineering consoles, the universal weapon sensor enhancer. We've spoken about the House Martok defense configuration console. Trellium deplating, regular console which features in my builds. Also another regular is the universal dynamic power redistributor module. In fact, somebody said to me, do you have a UDP-RM? And I said, oh, what? A UDP-RM? What on earth is that? And I couldn't fathom out what on earth they were talking about until eventually they typed it up, and then I realised what they were talking about. So anyway, don't know why I went down that road, but anyway, just thought to mention it. But anyway, moving on. I've got the universal obfuscation screen, and this is the ablative generator. Now then, I don't know whether you remember this. This was this featured on Voyager when they went up against the Borg Queen, and the future Janeway came back in time and enhanced the ship with the plating. So what I'll do is, before we go into battle, I'll turn that on and let you have a look at it. Also, I'm using the Universal Hostile Acquisitions console, Tachyokinetic Converter, the Universal Bounty Hunter's Friend, and the Universal Enhanced Dominion Coordination Protocol console. Now going back to the Universal Abrasive Generator, now when it's actually fired up, when the abrasive armor is activated, your ship becomes extremely resilient, almost impenetrable. Your shields will go offline and energy weapons cannot be used. However, torpedoes and mines can be accommodated by the armor. Maintaining the generators is extremely power intensive, so the armor can only be used and maintained for a short period, and it takes a very long time to reinitialize. So yes, I have tried that out, and yes, it can only fire torpedoes and mines. I've only used it with torpedoes, but anyway. Moving on to the statistics. The hull, 78,924. Little bit squishy, very similar to some of my escorts that I've got, but yeah, if you fly her quick enough, she'll keep out of trouble. Shields, 27,485. Quite cool, that. And the resists, well, up in the mid 44s. I think we've got a radiation resist in the 30s, and a couple of mid 30s for kinetic and physical resists. But apart from that, I think those resist figures are quite good. I'm just hoping that I don't get any diminishing returns if I've got quite a lot of resists in my traits. The accuracy rating, 114, and the critical chance, 29%, and critical severity, 156.9. So I know I say this every time, but for our new players who are coming into Star Trek Online, you should be looking at critical chance above 20% and critical severity above 120%. And what I aim to do is, at some point in time, I aim to put out a review on how you can actually get critical chance and critical severity high. But it is a mixture of consoles and bridge officers. Yeah, unfortunately there isn't one particular item that makes it get to those statistics. There's quite a lot of other things. Right, moving on to the stations. As you can see, it's very much tailored to being a science vessel, and as such we have 2 lieutenant stations to the front, one being tactical and one being engineering. The commander science station, a lieutenant commander science station, and an ensign science station. Now, of course, what I intend to do is with this in my science build, in my skills tree, obviously this particular build is very much weighed towards tactical. But what I may do is, when I get my science character up and running, I may just change it and have her just dealing with science builds just to see how they go, because it's something I've not experimented with. I'll be honest with you, I'm either an engineer or a tactical builder. I may just venture into the science realms to see how they go, because I've now got a few ships that are science ships, so I may as well explore that avenue and see where we go with that. So this is my current space build. By all means, feel free to copy it if you want. Feel free to comment on it if you think there's something wrong with it. Whatever you share, I'll share with everybody else as well. So I think it's good that we all learn together. Right. So we've had a look at the outside. Now let's venture onto the inside of the ship, and let's see what the crew's getting up to, shall we? Yes, I wonder if they've been behaving themselves. So I'll see you in a minute. Well, here we are, the captain's ready room with my medical kid drone. Although, yes, it's bothering me a little bit, followed me all over the ship, but anyway, it's All for a good cause, I suppose. Right, okay. Bridges is a captain. Mr. Potato Head. Right. How long will it be before we reach Vulcan? What do you mean, 8 hours? I asked you 8 hours ago to set a course for Vulcan. What? But just wait there. Just wait there a minute, Mr. Potato Head. Hang on. Sort this out straight away. What's going on here? Where is he? Where's he gone? Oh, wait a minute. Have you seen Mr. Potato? Oh, there. Right. Okay. Where is he? Well, he's not here. Oh, there he is. Look, goodness me. All over the ship. Oh, by the way, well done on getting out of that Iconian uniform and back into, well, some form of uniform anyway. Mr. Potato, right. Excuse me, Mr. Potato. I distinctly remember saying to you 8 hours ago to set a course for Vulcan. And here we are, 8 hours later, and we're still in Earth orbit. What on earth's going on? Are you listening to me? I didn't say what? I didn't say engage. Or make it so. Okay. You are joking, aren't you? Just bear with me. Well, this is supposed to ease me. Relax me, apparently. And I do need relaxing after that. Yes. Well, I think I feel a bit better than that. Right, okay. Number one. Let's go forward. Number one. Look, I know this might sound a little bit ridiculous, but I distinctly asked Mr. Potato Head to set a course for Vulcan 8 hours ago. And, yeah, and we're still here. What? Well, he said I didn't say engage, or make it so, or get it done. I didn't think I'd have to. Right. Well, I can see you're very enthusiastic. Can you please set us a course for Vulcan and yes, and engage. Engage. Yes, thank you. Right. Well, I get somewhere now. Well, as you can see, this is not the bridge of the Voyager, which goes with the Intrepid long-range science vessel. As you can see, you can actually acquire the Voyager bridge via the C store, and it's going for 2,000 Zen. Yes, it's just a little bit outside of my price range at this moment in time, but it is on my bucket list to get. As you can see, they've got the Voyager warp core as well. So it's quite a nice bridge, actually. I mean, the bridge that we're on, I've roughly tried to pick one similar, but you know, it is a million miles away, I suppose. Different colours, but anyhow. So there it is, 2,000 Zen. So if you have the Intrepid T5-U long-range science vessel and you pick this up, well, you'll have a very similar setup to that of Voyager. So, as you've seen, well, the bridge is a standard bridge, which I'll go into more when I go into Earth Dock, because I want to show you all the different skins of the ship. So, without further ado, let's take her out and see what she can do, shall we? And then we'll have a chat about the skins that go with this ship. See you in a moment. Well, here we are. Defend Starbase 1.
Listen up. The war has not been going well for the Federation.
Right.
The Klingons are advancing to our position. We need to hold off their ships until reinforcements can arrive.
Okay.
We expect the Klingons to attack in waves. They're smaller, faster ships.
Right, well, we'll sort them out. Thank you. Dismissed. Right, okay. So I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone and take part in the anniversary event. Oh, here we go. While demonstrating what the ship can do. So hold on to your hats. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Well, yeah, have some of that.
We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
She's very, very manoeuvrable. I will give it that. Shields seem to be holding. Let's give this Klingon bird of prey the good news, shall we? Who's shooting at me? Oh, there we go. Let's. There we go again, right into the middle of them.
There's a break in incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time before more arrive.
Oh, more coming. Well, we can sort that out. Actually, it's just occurred to me that I could have had beamfire at will because
Reading some heavier ships.
I don't have a torpedo in this build, so I've slipped up there a little bit, so I do apologise. But she seems to be doing quite well, actually.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
She's certainly killing what she aims at. I keep clicking that torpedo high yield. I can't resist, can I? As you can see, I'm not really expert on being a science builder, but I do like these science techs. Let's have a go with the subspace vortex, shall we?
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Let's do a pulse feedback, see what happens with that. Oh. Well, she's certainly doing very, very well. Very pleased with her so far. Touch wood, the hull and the shields haven't been taxed. She's very manoeuvrable. You know, it's fun to fly.
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we can use it afterward.
Let's do another science attack. Oh, that was
An evacuation ship
quite
is
good, wasn't it?
Give them cover.
Do we have any more science abilities I can that I can use? Have they all cooled down yet?
Position to prepare for the next assault.
Right, there's another assault coming. So let's just have a quick look at this abrasive hammer, shall we? I forgot to put it on the abrasive generator. So what we'll do is we'll get into it and see what happens. So we'll just hit it now. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, there is no beams coming from there, but if I'd have fit torpedoes in like I normally do, I'd have been able to fire some torpedoes. So that was quite a cool demonstration. So, oh yes, I really do like this ship. I think she's going to be a welcome member to my fleet, to be honest with you. Well, I have to say I'm having great fun with this. Let's see what we can do with this Klingon battleship, shall we? Well, we hit her with a tank and drift. I followed up with a destabilizing renaissance. Residence. I can't even pronounce it. Resonance beam, and she just blew to pieces, didn't she? Wow. I think I'm going to have to practice more with these science builds. I really do. I think they're fun. Let's have another pop at them. Oh, yeah. Well, we can't be far from the end now.
Roosevelt is in need of aid. Can you draw off some of those enemy ships?
Oh, and there we go. Well, that was fun. That really was fun. Really enjoyed that. Nice looking ship. Really, really good fun to fly. If you get chance to pick one up, the Intrepid Long Range Science Vessel T5-U, an upgrader. Really, really worth it. I would highly recommend her. I've just had some great fun with that. So what we'll do now is we'll go on to Earth Dock and just have a look at a few of the skins that go with this ship before we call it a day. Right, so I will see you in just a few minutes. Well, here we are at the ship tailor. And yes, here you can see the Intrepid. Now, as you can see, I actually got it wrong. There isn't 3 skins. I think I mentioned the 3 skins. There isn't. There's actually 4, including the Intrepid. So if we look at the Cochrane, this is the Cochrane skin. Very blocky, isn't it? I'm not sure I'm keen on this design, to be honest with you. Yes, looks like someone designed it with Lego in mind. Yeah, not my most favourite design, I'll be honest. The Discovery. Yeah, I've got some nice little touches here. Look at these. These little blades here under the nacelles. Not sure what they're for. Unless it's for flying in atmospheres, you know, because these ships do apparently land on planets, or Voyager did anyway. So I'm wondering if it's some sort of stabilizing wing for entering planet atmospheres. Don't know. Could be. Answered on a postcard. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose the design could grow on me. Intrepid. Well, you know what, I have a bias anyway, so that's my favourite. And then there's the Pathfinder. Again, I'm not so sure whether I like this design either. I mean, yeah, the nacelles are thrown downwards. I suppose the design may grow on me, but I'm not keen. I'm not keen. Anyway, you know, sorry, that's my favourite, is that one. But you can mix and match, you know, if you like, say, the Cochrane hull or the Pathfinder aero shuttle pylons. What happens there if we change the pylons? Yeah, change the pylons to the other designs. Saucer. Hull. Many variations there, isn't there? Patterns. Yeah, you got a few choices there for patterns. I'll let you play with them. I tend to stay with the Orion, Sagittarius, and Virgo type patterns. So, but in this particular case, I'm quite happy to stick with the Intrepid design at this moment in time. The interior. Yeah, someone asked me the other day how to make interiors large, medium or small. They had a small interior. Well, this is how it's done. You go to the layout and you have large, and you have a medium, and you have a small interior type design. So this is where you select them. I'm going to go for large at this moment in time. The bridge that I've picked is the Explorer. That was the one. So you have the Explorer, which I thought, you know, being the Intrepid Long Range Science vessel, I thought that might be suitable. I mean, that's the Wanderer, Delta, Future. Oh, I don't like the Future. Yeah, so I'll stick with the Explorer one, I think. Right. So there you have it. Right, so as you can see, we are now on course for Vulcan, as I instructed. Took some time, but yes, apparently now we're going. You know, engage, make it so, and all that. But anyway, while we're talking about that, where is Mr. Potato Head? Number one, where is he? You don't know? What do you mean you don't know? Where's he? I sent him to engineering. Yes, I asked him to bring up a piece of kit. Hold on a minute. Hello, engineering. Is Mr. Potato Head down there? He is. Can you ask him why he hasn't returned to the bridge? He said what? Because no one asked him to.